Alright, let's see what's on television. I'm Goodknecht and this is Homepopcorn. Alright, currently in theaters we have Saw 5. Saw 5 is a movie I do not recommend anybody go out and see. To give you a little bit of information about Saw 5. Hoffman is seemingly the last person to carry on the Jigsaw legacy, but when his secret is threatened, Hoffman must go out and hunt down all those who oppose him. Hopefully this movie ends on this last film. The first two were great, but I'm kind of against sequels in certain ways. This is one sequel that I thought after 3 movies should have ended. But now that they have 4 and 5, I don't recommend people seeing it because they're just dragging it on and on and on and over again. Besides, I want a movie that's got a very good storyline to it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people do too. But these movies are just vulgar. I've only seen the first 2 movies. I remember I was at my cousin's house because I was going to report on this in an earlier episode, even though this is my first episode, but I tried multiple times to make other ones. I was at my cousin's house and I tried watching the 3rd one. I remember I got 10 minutes in the movie and I was about to vomit everywhere. It was just, oh. I mean, there's a guy sitting there bashing his leg in just to escape. I don't want to see that. I want a storyline, not something that's going to make me puke everywhere. So, all in all, I recommend skip this movie if you have a wheezy stomach. Alright, so if you're in that stuff, go see it. I mean, it's your money. Do whatever you want. Alright, now for a movie that I do recommend is Sex Drive, that's currently in theaters also. Sex Drive is about this guy named Lan, who's 18 years old. Lan gets the opportunity to lose his virginity for the first time to a woman he met online. But the only issue is that he must drive all the way to Knoxville in order to see this lady. Lan decides to take his 2 best friends along with him, Lance and Felicia. Lan has a thing for Felicia, but Felicia has a thing for best friend Lance. So they decide to take Lan's brother's Rex's 1969 GTO along with them, without Rex's permission. I don't know what they were thinking, but they're probably going to die because of that one. So I recommend go and see this film if you want to see some very, very funny stuff. Why won't you work? I've been nice to you. Why? Why, please work? No! Why? Work, goddammit, work! Work, please! I promise I won't do anything bad to you. Please, just work. Now coming into theaters very soon, October 31st, we have this movie called Zach and Marie Make a Porno. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the girl's name right, so I'm going to put it in the bottom corner right around within here somewhere, just so that way you know what her name is, so you can check out the video clips. It's about these 2 lifelong friends who are strapped for cash and are in debt, and they come to this crazy idea to make a porno, starring Seth Rogen and Elizabeth Banks. Elizabeth Banks, you might remember, played Beth in The 40-Year-Old Virgin, along with Seth Rogen. Now some other movies that Seth Rogen's played in is 4-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, Superbad as the officer. He also stars in You Meet Dupree as Neil, Anchorman as the steady, eager cameraman. Those are just a couple of movies that he's in. Another movie that some people might not know he's in is Donnie Darko. That's a very, very long time ago movie, which I'll talk more about Donnie Darko in the future. Another movie he's in is Pineapple Express, which looks as a stare. Alright, another movie that's going to be opening up in theaters shortly on November 7th is Role Model, starring Sean William Scott and Paul Rudd. It's about 2 salesmen who sell an energy drink. Well, they accidentally get in a car accident on school grounds. The judge wants to give them 30 years, but due to a lawyer, they were able to get out of that with 150 hours of community service. They get sent to this program called Steady Hands. Steady Hands is a program where they take adults and children, put them together to make the children more mature with one-on-one time. Sounds a little weird. Well, anyways, after a short while of being with their kids, they start to realize that, jail time doesn't look too bad after all. But over the course of the time being with their kids, they learn that it might just take adolescents who are immature to make these kids mature, to make them more mature. Sounds kind of weird, but what I just said, but who cares? Another movie that's opening on November 7th is Soul Man. Soul Man is a movie about these 2 guys who belonged to a band in the 1970s. Well, after 30 years of being separated, they finally get the opportunity to reunite and put on another show for a tribute to their recently deceased band member that was the front guy. Starring in this film is Samuel L. Jackson and Bernie Mac. For so many of you that might not know, Bernie Mac recently died a couple months ago. And this movie is kind of my way of saying, hey, Bernie Mac, you were a great actor, so everybody go see this movie. Because Bernie Mac never really disappointed. I thought Bernie Mac was an hysterical comedian. So I recommend that some people go see this film, just because it's the last film that Bernie Mac ever probably starred. Alright, now for all you Jason Statham fans out there, opening November 26th is the release of Transporter 3. Anybody who likes Jason Statham knows that he's into those kind of movies that are very, very extreme. So if you want a very, very action-packed film, go see it. The reason why I don't have much to report on this film is because they didn't put much on the internet for me to report about. Sorry. Alright everybody, that's the end of my show. I'm David Goodknecht and this is Home Popcorn.
Bring out the best in me and I'll beat down the worst in you. That's your mark, now make it last. Stop hiding now, rip off your mask.